Hey everybody, welcome to the EmpireLUG channel. My name is Anthony, and today we're going to be reviewing set number 75314, aka the Bad Batch Attack Shuttle. Just judging off of the box, this set looks absolutely awesome. And you know what else is awesome? Lego is awesome. Why is Lego awesome? Because they actually sent us this set early for us to review and take a closer look at this set. So that is super awesome. I want to quickly say thank you so much, Lego, for sending us this set early. Really do appreciate it. I'm just super excited to build this set. I mean, just looking at the back of the box here, you can see there's a lot of cool, like, interesting play features. I'm also really excited about the figures. Honestly, that was probably the thing that I was most excited for, is just the figures themselves, but really just the set looks pretty awesome. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to cut open the box, and then when I get all the parts out and such, whatever's inside of the box, I'm pretty much going to pull that out. So how this review is going to work is basically what I just said is I'm going to pull pretty much everything outside of the box. We're going to take a look at that. And then I'm actually going to get on to building this thing and time-lapsing me building it. And then once I complete the set, then we're going to take a closer look of the completed version of the set and not just the box, because we are taking some time on this box here. And then I'm actually going to show in depth like all the features, the figures, you know, all that cool stuff, and then kind of give my honest thoughts and opinions on the set. So it should be pretty fun and exciting. All right, so here's all the parts. We got bags 1 to bag 7. So a good amount of parts, 7 bags. We got the instruction book here, and then there's the sticker sheet there. Pretty cool sticker sheet. Good amount of parts. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start the time lapse of me building the set, and then we'll get on to reviewing this thing. Alright, so roughly after about 3 hours of building, I finally got the entire set complete. So now I can kind of go in depth and kind of take a closer look. We can see all the features. I do want to say that this set was pretty fun to build, not going to lie. Also, the figures are mostly phenomenal. I don't really have any problem with the figures. So I do want to say real quick though, this is going to be a very honest review. So I'm going to express both positives and, you know, cons for this set. So I think what we'll do is we'll take a look at the set entirety, all of its features and such, all the figures, and then I'll get on to the positives, you know, what I like, and then get on to the cons after that, you know, what I dislike. But, you know, building this set and kind of like looking around at it, mostly I would have to say this thing is pretty positive. Okay, so first things first, let's take a look at the figures. So starting off on the far left, we have Hunter, then we have Tech, Wrecker, Echo, and then Crosshair. Now these figures are pretty awesome. What we're going to do is we're going to take an individual look at every single figure, and then just kind of break down, you know, the printing, the design and such, all the accessories that come with them, and then kind of express my opinions on them. Alright, so let's start off with the squad leader, and that would be Hunter. Now this figure looks absolutely awesome. It's probably my favorite, or one of my favorite figures out of this set. We can see the back printing here too. This is pretty detailed, especially the helmet. Really love this figure. We can also see here his printed head. This is a standard head, and then he also has a double-sided head where it's a more angry facial expression. So this is a pretty awesome figure. All right, so next we have Tech. This is overall pretty cool minifigure. Really the biggest complaint that I have with this figure, though, is the helmet is just ridiculously large. That's probably the only complaint that I have with it. It's just the helmet is just gigantic, but pretty cool. He does have also a double-sided head, where one with the goggles and then one without. So pretty cool figure there. Next is Echo. Now this one's probably my favorite figure out of the set. This figure is just awesome with all the detail, and he also has arm printing, which is pretty awesome. But he also he's the only figure. Fun fact: he's the only figure in this set that does have arm printing. So yeah, pretty cool. This is also his printed head, and then he also has printing on the back of his head, which is also pretty cool. So Echo is just an awesome figure. Next is the tank of the squadron, and that would be Wrecker. Now, this figure is also pretty cool. I feel like I'm saying the same thing about every figure, but seriously, like, all these figures are pretty cool. Now, they did use the Iron Man helmet, which I was pretty skeptical about them, like, using that, but I gotta say, it came out pretty nice. This is also his printed head, but yeah, Wrecker came out pretty awesome, and I didn't think he would, but he came out pretty nice, so that was a good job by LEGO with this figure. And lastly, we have Crosshair. Now, Crosshair's looking pretty sus. He doesn't look like he's supposed to be here, right? So this actually leads me into another complaint, although this is more of a personal thing. So this is his Imperial armor. Personally, I really wish we would have gotten the Republic armor. That's just me, though, but it just feels like, you know, we don't have a complete Bad Batch. Don't get me wrong, though. The figure still looks pretty cool, but hopefully LEGO in the future will make a Republic version of Crosshair. Alright, so that was all the figures in the set. Really, just all of them were phenomenal figures. The only complaints with the figures overall that I have is Tech's oversized helmet. That is a really big helmet. And then Crosshair just, you know, looking kind of sus over there. But other than that, really, the figures are just awesome. So anyways, what we're going to do now is we're going to actually take a look at the set itself. So we're going to start taking a look at the little gonk droid over there, the two speeders, and then the actual Bad Batch Shuttle. Okay, so for starters, we have the gonk droid. Now, I'm pretty sure LEGO actually classified this as a figure. I don't know why. This is completely brick built. I don't know why it's a figure. I think it's on the box it classified as a figure, but it's an interesting little addition to the set, I suppose. Okay, so next is the Bad Batch Speeder. Now, this is supposed to complement the shuttle because it kind of has a similar color scheme. Now, I'm not entirely sure if the Bad Batch from the show have a speeder. I don't remember them having one. So I think this is just kind of like a play edition, like a nice little play feature add-on to the set, which I suppose is nice. But I do have a complaint about this, but I'm going to get onto that complaint after I get onto the other speeder that you can see to the background, that lime green one. But overall, it's kind of cool. Again, a cool play edition. Okay, so next is this lime green looking speeder. Now, I think this is like supposed to be like a civilian type of speeder or something. Again, I think this is a cool like play addition to the set, like a cool you know, another feature. I'm assuming Crosshair is supposed to use this or something, or maybe Crosshair is supposed to use the other speeder. But it's an interesting little addition, I guess. Kind of nice and cool. Again, another cool play addition. With that being said, though, it does lead me into another complaint. And it's really not even a complaint. Like, these speeders aren't bad. It's just more of an idea or something that I would rather have preferred. So the thing that I would have wanted is actually not to have these speeders in the set. Trade them in to actually have the Bad Batch Shuttle bigger, because that's going to lead me into another thing later on in the video. But the Bad Batch Shuttle is kind of small, and I wish it was a little bit bigger. So I think if the speeders were traded in, then I think that, you know, we could have used the parts you know, available to make the Bad Batch Shuttle a little bit bigger. Okay, so now that leads me into the Bad Batch Shuttle itself. So overall, this set was really fun to build. I did enjoy building it. Again, it took me about roughly 3 hours to build the shuttle and the speeders. But it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool set. It's pretty cool to build. I'm not personally a fan of the color choice. I know when I first saw the pictures, I wasn't too like I was really against the sand blue, but now it's like kind of grown on me a little bit. But I still would prefer more of a darker gray color. But it's not the end of the world. It's not a horrible color scheme, I guess. This is definitely a nice set to like add to your collection and stuff. And I think if you're like buying it also for playability, it's a great set to have for playability because I mean, like, you know, it comes with the speeders and it's just like the actual like playability of the Bad Batch Shuttle itself is pretty awesome. I'll get onto that in a second. But yeah, it's just cool to have, and it's Bad Batch. I mean, come on. You gotta have the Bad Batch Shuttle if you're gonna have Bad Batch figures, so you gotta place a storm and stuff. So that's now gonna lead me on to all the play features of the shuttle, and so that will lead me to, you can actually flip the wings down. So this whole time I've had the Bad Batch Shuttle in landing mode, but you can flip the wings down into fly mode. Now, you can bring them a little bit further, but I just don't have them down that far right now because it's on the table, but I will show you what it looks like when it's in full fly mode. But it's pretty cool when you have this thing when it's in its flying mode, and it's better for display that way too. If you can actually get a stand for this thing and put it in fly mode, it'd probably look pretty sick. But you know, landing mode's pretty cool too as well. But yeah, that's one of the things that you can do. And this is what it looks like when you actually like flip the wings all the way down where they need to be, where it kind of makes sense. Again, earlier I couldn't press them all the way down because the ship was on the table. And the table was kind of stopping me from doing that. But it looks pretty freaking cool where you can flip these wings down. The next feature is that you can actually flip open the cockpit area and look inside there or whatever and put whatever you want to put in there. And you can actually fit 2 minifigures inside the cockpit area, so you could put your Bad Batch figures, at least 2 of them, in the cockpit. And then probably the coolest feature is once you have the cockpit open, you can actually lift open the entire top half of the ship and then access the back, which I think this is like I guess like the cargo hold or something like that. You can see some cool little like hidden details inside of there and stuff, which is pretty freaking cool. Another cool thing when you're back here in the cargo hold is you can actually lift open like this panel thing. And there's actually a like legit storage area, so you can like store like the Bad Batch's weapons and stuff in a little crate back there. So it's pretty cool, nice little detail that they added to that. And of course I had to test if I could put figures into the back of the cargo hold, and I was able to put Echo and Wrecker into the back. It's a little crammed, you know, they're a little crammed in there, but they're ready to go. It works. They're ready to go for their next mission, so it works out. I really did have a lot of fun building this set. The Bad Batch Shuttle itself is pretty cool. The figures are phenomenal, and even the speeders are pretty cool too, I guess. In my opinion, this is just a must-have set. I mean, the figures you can't pass up on. It's just a key set to have. And the price is not that bad either. It's $99.99 US. So not a bad price at all for considering what you get. So overall, I think it's a great set. If I had to rate the set, I would probably have to give it like a 7.5 out of 10, with 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. Really, I think it's a great set. But yeah, so unfortunately, that will bring an end to this review. I had a lot of fun making this video and building this set, and I really appreciate all of you for tuning in to the EmpireLUG channel. One more time, I want to give a quick thank you to LEGO for sending us this set early to review. We really do appreciate it. With that being said, my name is Anthony, and I'll see you guys in the next review. Bye-bye, everybody.